This is the MRA podcast, where if you saw the TV version of the webisode version, we had Hated Man of the Week. We did that sometimes. We had Dear Irby. We did that sometimes. We had little. We used to do the cartoon fun. We used to do sketches.
Yeah.
This show promises to give you the same thing. We're gonna have some sketches. We're gonna have every once in a while we're gonna have a woman on for the Ask a Woman segment where we're going to get a woman's point of view.
Sometimes we need a woman's perspective, man, because, we can get caught up in our own male stuff.
Mic check. You, Kamal.
Mic check, 1 2 1 2.
All right, man, let's do this, man. This is the first episode. This is the pilot episode of the MRA podcast with Kyle and Kamal. What's cracking, man? I'm Kyle Irby. This is my main man, Kamal Abdul-Jabbar.
What's going on, everybody?
Some of you guys know us from the MRA episodes we did, the videos. Kamal used to always, first of all, be on the writing scene. He was always on camera. He was always directing. Every once in a while, he made a cameo appearance in the last episode and a few episodes. But we decided we were going to do this as a podcast. What happened, basically, the MRA episodes were cool. You enjoyed them?
Yeah, I liked them.
I loved them. But, we decided we've been thinking about doing a podcast for a while. And I was in Chicago getting ready to do the show called Laugh Mobs, Laugh Tracks that you guys can catch in September. And I met a guy named Brian Baldinger, and he was telling me that, comics should do a podcast. And I had always thought about doing a podcast, but I was like, I thought I kind of missed the boat. And, I was like, I'm too late. The podcast bubble's already burst. He was like, nah. It hasn't. You should really, if you really wanted to do one, now's the time to do it. So, of course, I talked to my partner in crime, Kamal Abdul-Jabbar, and he was like, yeah, man, you should consider it. So that, that's where it started for me.
First of all, I've been telling him to do a podcast for like 2 years now. So
have you?
Yeah.
Have you really?
I'll say 3.
3 years. And what did I say?
Nah.
Why not?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I just didn't want to do it.
Didn't want to do it at first,
You know why, man? It's a commitment, man. You really have to. What I love about the podcast is you get to connect with your audience.
Yeah.
But the scary thing about a podcast is you're going to do it, you got to do it right.
Yeah, because they're expecting it.
And you got to bring it every week.
Every week.
You cannot take it down off. And so that was concerning for me, man. And so this is the MRA podcast. Some of you might be wondering, what does MRA stand for if you're new? Well, MRA is male rights activist. And that's a word that's scary to people sometimes because it sounds like some misogynistic.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like that.
Yes,
and it might appear to be when you hear some
and
of our
not
views.
only sounds like that, it sounds like that when you hear it start talking. But it came from Cheryl Underwood's show on the Foxhole. And I was on there with Cheryl, and I'm still with Cheryl right now. I'm on Cheryl Underwood Radio, and you can download the app. This is great. Download the podcast just like you download this one. Leave a positive comment, by the way, and give us 5 stars. But anyway, it started as the I think it was the Association of Dudes with Side Pieces, something like that. It was like the DTES something, but it was. I'd have to look on the website. It's there, but it's something about the association with dudes and side pieces. What happened was dudes just kept getting in trouble. Mm-hmm. Side pieces was coming out. This was back in 2010. And I was like, man, all these, and everybody was going in on them. Like Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods got busted.
Tiki Barber got busted.
Oh,
yeah. It was a Schwarzenegger.
Oh, my God. So all these people, these are all early episodes of the MRA TV show, the webisodes. But I remember when the Tiger Woods one was the one that because you had been telling me I needed to do that as well. And I was just like, I don't know. You was like, yeah, man, you need to do like a talk show.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I don't know, man. But the thing that got me was when Tiger Woods got busted, I couldn't believe how everybody was like, man, what a horrible person. Everybody, which is cool, but it was like men too.
Yeah.
I was watching ESPN Sports Center expecting to see the dudes being like, well,
Yeah.
Nobody.
I know. And everybody turned their back on him.
Yeah.
And honestly, I might be wrong, but I don't think he's won a match since.
He has not.
Yeah.
He has not. He has not won. He might have won a match, but he hasn't won a major.
A major?
He has not won a major.
I don't think he's won a tournament. I don't think he's won that miniature golf. I mean,
He has
honestly,
not.
it's
Yeah,
like
he
that was his mojo.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was the spinach.
Yeah.
And so I couldn't believe all these athletes on SportsCenter would not. Nobody even joked. Yes.
Oh no, I was gonna say that's the one thing we can't. Society won't let people speak their minds. So all those athletes on there condemning Tiger Woods, where secretly they're probably like, yeah, way to go, Tiger. 35, 50, I'm surprised you didn't have more, you know? But they can't say that in society. So I think, the MRA's job was to speak for the guy who's not brave enough to say something, to give a voice to that person.
Yes.
To keep it real.
Keep it real. Give it barbershop talk. Because I started noticing, man, dudes talk one way at the barbershop. Yeah. And then when women come around, all of a sudden they switch it up. Yeah. Which on this show,
we code switch.
We code switch. In the African American community, code switching means you sound black when you're around your black people. And then when you get around white people, you switch it up and you switch into your proper voice, your Obama voice. Yeah. President Obama code shifts. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So it's a thing that we have to do as men. And I was like, I think the thing that started frustrating me is that I remember my wife at the time, she would tell me how men are. And I'd be like, what? That's not how men are. That's how men talk to you. And she really thought. Right. She didn't know. And she would name people that I knew had a side piece. And I'd be like, oh,
yeah, in my house, I was the bad guy. And she was saying that, all these other guys. As a matter of fact, she said barbershop talk. That's the fake talk.
That's what I heard too. They're just trying to impress you.
That's the fake talk. And the lovey-dovey mushy, that's them keeping it real.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's like
that's exactly what I heard in my house.
Yeah, exactly. So the stuff that women would see on soap operas and rom-coms, that's true.
That's real.
That's real. Mm-hmm. And the stuff that dudes are talking in the barbershop, that's the fantasy.
That's the fantasy. That's guys trying to show off, trying to make you think that he is what he ain't. But I'm like, dude, I grew up on football teams. I grew up in locker rooms. Yeah. I know these dudes, man.
I know them.
I know the truth about the guy that you think is faithful.
Yeah. And not only do I know them, I know their escapades. Yes. And I've driven them to a lot of these places. Yes. And it's like, and I've heard them on the phone keeping it quote unquote real with their side piece. Yes. And driven them to the fictitious place. Yes. And so it's like, I see a lot of that fiction going on.
Dude, I remember one time I was with two of my buddies. By the way, me and Kamal, we're going to talk about how me and Kamal met in a second. But I was with two of my buddies, right? And we were at dinner with a female friend of ours. And so we were just talking, and I was kind of talking real, a little too real than I should have, because there was a female in the room. And I know this sounds crazy or misogynistic, but you got to just watch how you talk, or you're going to run into an altercation. So my boy started going against me about how much he's changed. I was like, what? And I'm looking at him like, you doing this right now? Are you really doing this right now? And he was like, yeah, man, I ain't what I used to be. And I was bubbling because I was like, dog, I know you. I know you're dirt. I know what you, dog. We doing this? And he was like, man, I changed. Now, I wasn't saying that I was doing dirt at the time, but I was just talking too real at the time, right? And so I just was like, wow, there's no place for dudes to keep it 100.
Yeah. Now I can see if a guy is like, I'm not doing dirt no more.
That's what my boy was saying.
Yeah. However, I wish I was still out there, or I miss it. Yeah. Or, hey, I understand, but I just can't do it anymore. Yeah. But to act like the dirt they used to do is just wrong. Or sometimes like the dirt they're doing currently, like their side life. Yeah. And they're condemning other people.
Oh, I know a dude that's like that.
Yeah, condemning other people, and then, they got a bunch of work on the side. Yes. And it's like, yeah, that one doesn't jive well with me.
Nah, it doesn't.
Nah.
But I got a cousin that tells me to rock the straight and narrow a lot, and I'll be like, dog, huh? weren't you just telling me? Weren't you just telling me about when you was around the corner? You just told me that, and maybe it's because he sees it as wrong, and so he wants to make sure I don't follow the same mistakes.
I guess a parent who smokes cigarettes doesn't want their kids to smoke cigarettes.
Exactly. You don't want your kids to smoke cigarettes.
I get that. Don't start this bad habit because it's bad. I can't stop it.
Yes.
But don't act like you don't enjoy the habit.
Yeah, man. Just keep it real. I mean, tell me the side effects, man. That's how I feel. Listen, man, if I want to do some heroin, dude, or meth, just tell me, look, man, it's going to feel good than anything you've ever felt in your life, dog. But you're going to lose your teeth, bro.
Or don't tell me not to do the heroin because it's the worst. It's the worst feeling.
Yeah.
It's awful.
Yeah, that's what I hate.
Why do you keep doing it then?
Yeah, just tell me, man. Listen, man, this meth ain't the life for you, man. Because look what it's doing to my face. Mm-hmm. It I was up for 3 days, bro.
Yeah.
But I need you to know, man, it feels good. This is why I don't want you to use it.
Yeah.
Because it feels really good.
Right.
That's to me. Tell me that.
Yeah, I got a bunch of chicks, man. But however, I'm living a lie. I gotta juggle.
Yeah.
Every time my phone rings, I'm worried who it is. I don't answer the phone in front of my girl.
Yeah.
I hate to take a shower because I don't want,
I don't want to. Yeah. Catch me.
Right.
Tell me that.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, I got it.
I told my son that.
Oh yeah.
Me and my son had a ride because I'm skipping ahead. I kind of want to tell the story, but we're gonna skip into it. So, me and my wife broke up. And that was painful. Worst pain I've ever been through. All because of me, because I was doing dirt. She caught me. And so fast forward to years later, me and my boy was talking, and, he got a girlfriend now, right? So we were taking a ride up to see my boy, Pastor Braxton, my boy Fat B, up in Sacramento, right? We're taking a long ride. He's talking about his girlfriend he got, right? So I'm just trying to hear about it. Okay, we'll do. And he's telling me, man, these girls is on him right now. Like, they are starting to show him some love. I said, man, here's your choices, dude. You can cheat on her, but you will get caught. Mm-hmm. And he's like, what? I'm like, dog, it's easier to just cheat if you don't want to break up, right? I'm not telling you to cheat. It's easier. You can keep your girl and you can have your fun. I said, but you will get caught. And he's like, what? I said, listen, every drug dealer gets caught. Mm-hmm. Every drug dealer gets caught. They just get caught. You can't stay in the drug game for 20 years and not get caught. You will get caught.
Yeah.
You can't be afraid. I remember Kamal and I both are former teachers, right? I used to tell my students, LAUSD South Central, I used to tell my students, hey, man, you don't need to be banging. You're going to get shot. And I didn't realize how stupid I sounded. Motherfucker, they know they're going to get shot. That's part of the danger. That's part of why they signed up. Mm-hmm. They signed up because your ass is too scared to do it. That's part of the gangster in it.
Yeah.
So don't try to. So a drug dealer knows he's going to probably go to jail. He knows he will be shot or shot at.
So I think they don't. I think they think they're smarter than everybody else. And so the guy who cheats, they don't expect to get caught. Mm. You got caught because you don't know how to cheat.
That's what they think.
Yeah,
that's what they think.
Yeah, you're not slick enough.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And it's like, it's hard.
Well, it's kind of like when people say, "I'm gonna get married and I'm gonna have the marriage that's great."
Right. Everybody always thinks like they're special.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like I've never met one woman that said like, they shit ain't the bomb.
Yeah.
No, you can't handle them. I know my shit is like.
Yeah, every woman thinks their vagina is amazing.
Yeah, everybody thinks their stuff is the bomb.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Most guys always think they got the best hands.
Oh, fighting.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
They got the best hands when it comes to fighting.
Yes.
Like, nobody,
even if they've never taken a boxing class.
Right. Nobody says, I can't fight.
Yeah, unless you really can't.
I've never heard a guy say that in my life. I've seen it in the movies.
Yes, that's true. But in real life,
I've never heard a guy say, I cannot fight.
Every dude thinks they can fight well.
Yeah.
Regardless of his training. That's hilarious.
So every dude with like who's going to cheat, they think they are the Floyd Mayweather of cheating. Hilarious. They're going to retire undefeated.
How many Floyd Mayweathers are there? One.
And Rocky Marciano.
There's two.
There's two.
That was 50 years ago.
I'm sorry, three. There's Calzaghe.
Calzaghe, is he still fighting?
No, he retired undefeated.
Smart.
Yeah.
So 3.
But he didn't have like he didn't have the big name. So in this metaphor for side pieces, he would have a bunch of 5s and 6s.
Hey, I don't mind 5s and 6s though. Not that I have 5 and 6s, but I used to always say in high school, man, I don't need a dime when you can have 2 nickels. That was always my philosophy.
I'm going for the dime.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, I'm shooting for that dime, even though I know I cannot handle the dime.
I'm not dealing with the dime.
I would try.
I'm not dealing with the dime because the dime is a headache to me.
Dime is a headache.
I'm only looking for production. Right. I'm the coach. I'm Bill Belichick, man. He's my favorite coach. I'm not a Patriots fan.
Yeah.
I'm a Raiders fan. But Bill Belichick is my favorite coach because he's a winner and he doesn't win with stars.
Yeah.
His only star is Tom Brady, and Tom Brady doesn't realize, we did the MRA episode on this. Tom Brady is not even the reason why they win, because every time Tom Brady comes out the game, you know what happens? They keep winning. I don't think people realize that every backup quarterback for the Patriots wins, including Tom Brady.
Right.
They all win. And then they go to another team and they look horrible.
Yeah.
There's a long list.
Right.
Matt Castle.
Yeah.
It goes.
Brissett.
They all look great in a Patriots uniform. Tom Brady has never had to play for somebody else. He might get exposed.
Yeah.
He's never going to find out.
Right.
Unless his ego gets out of the whack. My point being, and that's what we do on this show, relationships, sports, and pop culture. We just went right into relationship, right back into sports, and right back into relationship. I've always been like that with if I have a squad, especially in my heyday, it was always about having women on there with a purpose. Not fine serves me not one bit. Right. Fine is I've been lucky that a woman I care about happens to look good. Yeah. But that is I am looking for production.
You're looking for production. See, I'm looking for the dime. I'm the coach that's trying to get LeBron. Yes. And will probably be fired because I couldn't handle his ego. I would probably get fired.
You're hilarious. What's his name? Bland? What's his dude's name from
David what's his name? Blatch or whatever.
Yeah, the audience knows what we're talking about.
Yeah, I'm that guy.
You're the white guy from England.
Yeah,
or Europe.
I want top-notch talent.
Yes.
But would probably get fired because I cannot handle top-notch.
We're absolutely opposites. Hey, what's up? This is Kyle Irby. I want to remind you that the MRA hats are coming soon. You can see me wearing one in the cover photo for the podcast. You're going to see it soon at kyleirby.com. You're going to get to know us in this podcast. So let's talk about how we met. I met Kamal in high school. We went to Eisenhower High School in Rialto, California. Kamal was the dude that wore these big, thick socks. He had this big head. He wore big socks, and he thought he was so dope in basketball. And that's all I knew.
I swear I was going to the NBA.
He was always dribbled with his head back arrogance. And I used to be like, dude, who is this dude, man?
Hey, here's the crazy thing about it. Me walking around with that ball.
Yes.
In my opinion.
Yes.
Back then.
Yes.
That was my training.
Hilarious.
That was me getting up at 5 a.m, running wind sprints and doing lines and doing push-ups, lifting weights. Me walking around with a basketball
all the time.
Yes.
That was good enough.
I was putting in the work.
That was it.
You couldn't tell me nothing. I was putting in work.
Yeah. So I met Kamal in high school, and Kamal was a dude at school. I mean, we weren't friends. We never even probably had a conversation. We just knew each other. Yeah. Right.
Well, yeah, I knew. I was in class, the same grade as his older sister Kashala.
Yes.
So I had some AP classes.
Smart people.
I had some smart people classes with his older sister, and so I just knew.
That's Kashala's little brother.
Yeah, that's Kashala's little brother, and I know for a fact. I don't know what class I had, but it was after lunch.
Yeah.
I had a class. I was next door to your class, and so when I would be going into my class, I would hear you laughing.
Hilarious.
Obnoxiously.
Hilarious. Like, you see how he said obnoxiously?
Kashala brother loud as hell. Damn, him and his boys.
The crew.
Yeah, I didn't know it was crew. I knew that was Kashala's brother.
Yeah.
Laughing at whatever it was. I'm like,
hilarious.
So I'm over there hating, like, man, whatever it is, it's not that funny.
That is so funny.
It's not that funny. This dude is trying to be like us.
I can't stand people that think they're hilarious in high school. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I remember, I ain't gonna mention no names, but I remember one of your basketball buddies that somebody said he was funny. And I was like, what? He ain't funny? I don't know why. It's so weird how you get insecure about other people being funny.
Yeah. I was insecure. Like, who is doing all that laughing? Who's causing that laughter? It's not me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So who is this
so
Buster?
it can't be genuine.
It can't be hilarious.
I'm one of the funny dudes on campus. Me,
I didn't even know you was funny.
Kyle,
man.
and Sheridan.
Kyle Hendrick? No.
Not Kyle, I'm sorry. Kevin. Me, Kevin, and
Sheridan Mitchell?
Sheridan Mitchell was hilarious.
I thought he went to Fontana.
Our last year of high school. Okay. So yeah, by the time
I got there, he was.
Oh yeah, Sheridan, man, with a whole center court, man.
Like that.
Shout out to Smoke. Yeah, he was. That dude is a prolific bagger. Yeah,
never
man.
been a good bagger.
Oh my gosh! And I remember one day because I was bagging, but my bags were like mama jokes.
Yeah,
ridiculous mama jokes.
Did you write them?
No, I would just come up with just say some funny stuff. So I think I'm killing.
Yeah.
Sheridan was like the dude snapping on you, and I didn't have that talent.
So he would look at you.
Yeah.
You big? Was he a you big?
Yeah.
You big?
Yeah, or like with the church, what I'm saying, all that stuff. Yeah. And so I remember he said something to me, and I'm thinking, I'm about to light this dude up.
Yeah.
And so I come with some crazy, bag that makes no sense, not funny, and then he snaps on me, gets people laughing.
Yeah.
I try to snap on him, but I ain't told you that muscle ain't there. I just sound dumb.
Oh no!
And he actually said, "Kamal, nah, man, nah." He was like, "Thank you. I'm gonna bow out."
He stalled you out.
Yeah, he let me know I wasn't ready.
Hey man, don't.
It can only go. He heard my best line.
Yeah.
And was like, yeah.
And that's a good dude, man.
That's a good dude, man.
Yeah, man.
That's a good dude because he could have lit me up.
He could have lit you in front of everybody.
He should have lit me up.
Yeah.
Because I was cocky and I was ready for it. I thought, let's go.
Yeah.
And I wasn't ready.
He wasn't ready.
And he let me off easy. And I quieted down and I let him continue holding center court. And I became one of the
homies, the background homies.
Yeah, just laughing. Shit,
Too big MC.
Yeah, I became a hype man.
Yeah.
And then when the coast was clear, nobody was looking, I slipped away, never to return.
That's funny. So that was high school, right?
Yeah.
That was high school. And then after high school, you went to Howard.
Yep.
With my sister. Not with her, but y'all happened.
And Kashala went there as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I knew of you. Yeah. I heard about, escapades and stuff like that. I remember I saw you on Ricky Lake or something like that.
Yeah.
And
stop dating these trophy women and find yourself a real woman.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And no.
That was the title of the episode.
Okay. With everyone I saw you.
Maury Povich.
You were a simp.
Oh, yeah. See, that's what happened. So we got to talk about this. This is why I did Ricky Lake. So my Rialto people's laughing right now. So I did Tyka, Lakeisha. These are my girls growing up. Lakeisha, Tyka, and Deesh. I don't know if Deesh was involved in this, but somebody, it was either Keisha or Tyka, was like, let's go on Maury Povich, right? And so I hope the statute of limitations is over because I ain't giving them their money back. So we was like, cool, let's make up a story, right? So we made up a story about, I was so embarrassed because I was a sucker because Tyka was playing me in the story. Of course, she wrote the story, so she was the queen pimp and I was getting pimped. I was getting chumped. I was so mad. I went out there. She was like cheating on me with my boy Julian, EJ, who's a pastor now. I got two buddies that are pastor now. It's a trip. Anyway.
Sign.
I know. It is a sign. I could have been a pastor, but I didn't want to be a fraud. And they're not frauds. Like Julian and Richard are the real deal. I know the word. I've read the Bible at least 12 times, 13 times. No joke. Front to back, because I went through a deeply religious faith. But I knew that I would be banging girls in the pulpit. I knew I would be. And if you know a lot of pastors that do that, because the girls are just they're putty in their hand, and I knew I wouldn't be. I didn't want to do the word of God like that. So anyway, point is, we're on Maury Povich. We fly to New York, dog. That's my first time in New York. Mm-hmm. We all together, me and my high school crew. I got to be a sucker on tape, but I'm like, whatever. So then after that, I was like, nah, I can't go out like that. I can't. So now I'm calling Ricky Lake because Ricky Lake was the hot show back then. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be hard this time. I had just met this girl in Vegas named Latrice. Cold. She on the show. Beautiful. So I'm like, I'm trying to get somebody to go with me, right? She's like, hey, I'll go. So then I get my sister flown in from DC because she had just finished her finals. And the title was Stop Dating Trophy Women and Find Yourself a Real Woman. That was the first time a lot of people saw me on TV. Because I remember I went to the New Edition concert, so old school, and the Booyah Tribe was there. Mm-hmm. And they were like, hey, that's the dude from Ricky Lake. And I was like, oh, that was hilarious, man. That was my first big break, bro. But anyway, so you went to Howard with my sister. You knew me as the sucker MC. From
I knew, because I remember I saw Kashana. I was like, dude, what's up with your brother getting played? She was like, nah, it's fake. It's fake. I was like, you taking up for your brother. Yeah. And it wasn't until years later we talked about it. Yeah. You told me what happened, but I thought like, wow.
Sucker, he went out.
Yeah, man. So I didn't see the Ricky Lake joint.
Yeah. You didn't see the comeback?
Nah, I didn't see the Ricky Lake joint. I saw the Maury and was like, dang, man, he's putting Rialto in the bad light. Like, this man right here got us looking.
That is hilarious.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not out there like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm never one of the top guys, but I hold them in the highest esteem.
That's
and,
hilarious.
And so I see somebody making the turf look bad.
I'm
like, oh, God.
So fast forward to around 2003, 4, whatever, right? Doing stand-up comedy. Yeah. I go to this spot called Mixed Nuts. Is it Mixed Nuts?
Yep, Mixed Nuts.
And South Central, hood crowd. Every Tuesday night, Mad Marv was the host.
Yeah.
And I'm up there, and I see this dude. I was like, wait a minute. I know you.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, I was like, Kyle, right?
Yeah.
And he was like, I was like, Kashala's brother, right?
Yeah.
That's what I knew him as, Kashala's brother.
Yeah.
And I
think you helped me get on. You vouched for me. You didn't even know I was funny.
Man, let me tell you, one of the scariest things ever. Yeah. So I think this might, obviously this was like your first day at this particular night.
Yes.
I think you've done Mixed Nuts.
Did not have a lot of experience with hood black crowds.
Right. And so I was like, yo, man, me trying to act like I'm a big shot. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I got pulled. I talked to like the guy who's like running the night. Mm-hmm. Like, hey man, put my boy on, man. And he was like, is he funny? I was like, yeah, he's funny.
Because you heard him next door in the other class getting laughs.
Right.
Back in
years
high school.
ago.
Yeah.
Right.
Laughing, but not necessarily getting laughed.
No, just laughing his ass off. I was like, I know he knows what's funny.
I don't know who caused the funny. I don't know who was killing.
I know he knows what's funny.
He knows funny though.
Man, and so I'm telling him, I'm like, oh, he's funny. And the way that dude looked at me, like, dude, is he funny?
Hilarious.
Do not lie to me. Because I think he might have saw it on my face.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I guess, And so he looked at me, locked in, like,
yeah,
nigga, is he funny? And I was like, yeah. My voice got all high. Yeah, he's funny, man. Yeah, he's funny.
Man, he's funny.
And Kyle went up, and I was like, please be funny. That's because so funny. I am, my position in this club is not secure.
Yeah. So if I bomb, we both bomb.
Yeah. If you bomb, I'm done. And man, happy to say, man, you actually did a hell of a job.
Thank you.
Actually did better than me.
Hilarious.
Yeah. And I remember you got off early.
Mm-hmm.
If you have 5 minutes, if they gave you 5, you did 3.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And because the guy who was like the host, Robbie, he wasn't even on the sideline. He wasn't on the stage ready to come back. So you didn't get the light or nothing. And so you were done, and I think Robbie was in the back. Mm-hmm. And I remember you started like just dancing and crip walking for the crowd because I think they played the music and nobody was there. Mm-hmm. I was like, okay. And they were like clapping and laughing. I'm like, okay, cool. Whew. That went much better. And I went up there and probably bombed myself.
Hilarious with the mic cord over your shoulder.
Yeah.
That was back in the day. Now, I remember I used to go to Mixed Nuts. They used to have like an open mic night or whatever. Anybody can go up night. I think it was Wednesday night. I'm trying to think of the dude that was hosted. Bo Peep.
Bo
Peep was hosting.
Yeah.
And that's when I got to meet like a lot of the OGs, like Rodney Perry and all that stuff. He gave me a lot of advice. But it was literally you could go up and get on.
Mm-hmm.
So I started getting my black crowd game. And it sounds crazy when you say that, but when you go to, if you just go to any comedy club, most likely it's going to be an all-white crowd. You got to go to a black night. Or black club.
Yeah, one of them old, tripping on Tuesdays, wilding out Wednesdays, Thursday.
Well, we don't get Thursdays. Slow down. We get Sunday, Monday.
I'm saying, but it's gonna have one of them names.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
An alliteration.
Yeah, it's gonna have like a fancy black hood name.
And in LA, it was Chocolate Sunday on Sunday. It was Mo Better Mondays, and then it was Tuesday at the Comedy Store, and Wednesday was the Haha. Mm-hmm. And that was a Black Night with Buddy Lewis. Anyway, so point is, I remember the first time I ever got up, it was an all black crowd. I ate a shit sandwich with extra cheese and pickles and mayonnaise, and it was so bad. Ooh, it was bad. I didn't do another black crowd for a while because black people are tough, man. They laugh the hardest, but they're the hardest to make laugh.
Yeah, I early on, because I didn't know any better.
Yeah.
I didn't know like different crowds and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I would go up there doing like jokes about the Super Friends.
Hilarious.
To this black crowd who just heard, the greatest 15 minutes about
getting shot.
The mailman selling them weed and all of that.
Yeah.
And I come up there and talking about, a fight between Robin and Aquaman or something like that.
Hilarious.
They're like, dude, we don't really want to hear that.
Very much like early Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
Because Dave Chappelle got up there with this, his thought out. And not that the black stuff wasn't thought out, but he didn't fit.
No.
He didn't fit until he did Chappelle's show, really.
Yeah. Yeah, and now, here's the thing about it. It's like now, I think he's got the same material. It's just that he gets the benefit of the doubt. Yeah. They trust that he's going to take them on this journey, and they're going to arrive at some brilliant, some brilliant place. And so you trust him.
Yes, which is the hardest thing is to stand up to earn.
Yeah.
But you get it immediately.
Right.
You get it. I think Bill Cosby said this, and I'm not going there about Bill right now. But I think he said being a comedian, you have to be immediately confident. And he said it would be like if the airplane pilot was like, I'm going to try to take it up, and then I think he said, no, I'm a comedian. He was like, yeah, I'm going to bring them over the rock. Like if he says, I'm going to try to take the crowd or the people in the seats are going to be like, what?
Yeah.
Try.
Yeah.
You have to be confident from the gate.
Right. And if you don't have that confidence, he'll be able to give you something to ease you.
We don't go there. Man, it happens.
Yeah. But, and I wasn't comparing myself to Dave Chappelle. I'm not saying like my Super Friends joke was going to land in a brilliant place. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying, my premise was similar to whatever he was talking about. Mm-hmm. And they weren't feeling that. Mm-hmm. And so I kind of rebelled. I was like, you know what? I'm done with y'all.
Hilarious.
Instead of sticking it out, finding my true voice and all of that, I was like, I'm a writer anyway. So
hilarious. So and I'm glad, and we'll talk more about you writing because you're the best writer I've ever met in my life. Brilliant writer, hilarious writer. For me, and my comedy arc went to, I was doing the white crowds and the black crowds. I was. Even when I went to Chicago, I was, because I always wanted to get on the road. I went to Chicago, no black people was there. I just figured, Chicago, black people going to be there, right? Nope. Yeah. I'm getting booked out in Montana, it ain't no black people there. And then eventually I just started developing a mainstream act just because black folk wasn't there. Mm-hmm. And then I met Cheryl Underwood at the Improv. I had just gotten passed, and they asked me to host for her. It was like my third job. And I was like, ooh. This gonna be tough because she's a Def Jam legend.
Yeah,
and I'm not.
And the black crowd is coming to see her.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I got up there and did okay, and she invited me to her radio show the next week, and I had listened to it because I had Sirius Radio, and because I was a road comic, so I would listen to Howard Stern or whatever on my long drive to Montana. If you're a road comic. Thank God for podcasts. But back in the day, before, the podcast takeover and before you could bring things on your phone, it was like, you better have Sirius because it stays with you the whole time, even through the mountains. It never goes out.
Yeah.
And so truckers and, anyway, so that's why I met Cheryl. She brought me on. I went to her show and she, Monique was there that day. Yeah. And I remember, I told you I know the word of God. And I ain't gonna try to make myself like the word of God. Don't make me live the lifestyle, but I definitely know the Bible. And I remember there's a Bible verse where it talks about, Jesus says something about like, don't take the highest seat of honor. Take a lower seat and let that person give you the higher seat. Let them invite you. And I thought of that verse when I got there because there was a seat right next to Cheryl. And I was like, man, this don't apply to today. Erase that. I swiped left on that thought when it sat right next to Cheryl. This is going to be my big break because I always wanted to do radio. So I'm like, bam. My first line, she was like, all right, y'all. She didn't know me, whatever. I remember I wrote my name on a little card just so she would be able to know my name. She was like, all right, and who are you? I was like, yeah, I'm getting my DJ Theo voice for those on the West Coast that remember DJ Theo. So, yeah, I'm Kyle Lerby. She was like, what? Where's the corny nigga I met? And I was like, I'm Kyle Lerby. So my first line on the show, I got shot upon. Then, we doing our thing. Moranzio was there. Gina Yashere was there. And they're just dropping bombs of comedy. And I don't mean the bad bombs.
Yeah,
I mean,
killing.
they're crushing.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, come on, man, jump in it. So I'm like, boom, boom, joke. It was like, okay, dog. Anyway, so I'm bombing.
Okay.
Bombing.
Moranzio, say something else.
Back to you, Moranzio. So he goes back to killing. Then Monique walks in. And Marcus King was like, here, take that seat. Points to my seat. So I got to stand up. There goes the Bible verse that I should have listened to. Don't take the best seat in the house.
Right.
I took the best seat in the house thinking this is going to be my big break. So Monique comes back. And now I'm sitting across the room by the food. I'm trying to yell things out because in my mind, I've always wanted to do radio, dog.
Yeah.
This is my chance. And I don't get back on the mic. So then the show ends. She was like, all right, y'all. Well, y'all can come back next week if you want. Y'all can come back next week. It was 7 of us, right? So I showed up the next week. None of them were there. And I was like, where everybody at? They didn't come. Oh, have a seat. And then I just kept showing up.
Right.
Every week.
That's how I got my girl. She just kept showing up.
Hilarious.
She kept showing up. She was there every week.
She just kept showing up.
She kept showing up until
didn't want a girlfriend.
Until I looked up, we were a couple.
Dang, that's how it happens.
Yeah, so you kept showing up.
That's
you looked up. You had a job.
That's a good segue. Hey guys, I want to take this time to ask you to subscribe to The World According to Cheryl. That is Cheryl Underwood's podcast. It's hilarious, and I'm on it. All right, guys, we're back. Like in the living color, I'm back. The Lord said to tell you hi. Remember that?
David Wayans.
Yeah.
And I'm back.
The Lord said to tell you hi. I was talking about when I met Cheryl, and I worked for her for about 3 years before I even got a dime, before I even got to open. And we're running out of time, so I don't want to tell exactly the story how I got my first job opening for her. But I remember when she first asked me to go on the road, I remember I had my black crowd experience was okay, from doing chocolate sundaes, from doing, Man Marv's was gone by then. Mixed Nuts was gone by then. They had the Comedy Union, but I just remember like, wow, she asked me to go on the road, and I thought, oh, this is going to be tough. But she was like, don't worry about it. I remember she let me I think I did like 3 to 5 minutes at first. She did an hour and a half or whatever, and I did 3 to 5 minutes. And when I tell you, I ate a double shit sandwich with cheese, mayonnaise, and lettuce. It was so bad, but she just stuck with me. She just kept letting me come out. And that 3 minutes started to grow to 7, and the confidence started to grow. And that first year, I took some L's, but I remember when we went to Virginia Beach, and Virginia Beach was a really mixed crowd. She has mixed crowds. For Virginia Beach was mixed.
Right.
More than I was used to. And I remember that turned the corner for me because I finally had a good set. And
right.
Here we go. There we go. And then we went back into the hood crowds, and the confidence started to grow. And eventually, by the time I was on the road with her for a year or two, I didn't fear any crowd. So I have her to thank for that, because she would keep me on the stage, which I hated. And she would talk about, she would rebut some of the stuff I would say, because I'm coming from the male point of view, male rights activist. I'm trying to represent for the fellas. And so she would rebut some of the stuff I would say, give the rebuttal, and then she would keep me there for the whole set. And I'd be like, come on, I'm
the whole hour?
The whole hour. Dog, the whole hour. And I'd be like, man, I'm hungry. I'm tired. Why I got to do both sets?
Wait, you would just stand there?
Just sitting there on this stool, every once in a while chiming in. I felt like a son. But here's the thing, though. I would watch her smashing. And Cheryl smashes, wow. You know what I mean? Like, she kills. Like, there's only a few people that murder the room. I've seen JB Smoove devour a room. Like it's... I've seen Leslie devour a room. Mm-hmm. But Cheryl Underwood, I've never seen anybody make the room shake like she does. I mean, she kills it.
Every time I've seen her perform, it's a home run. And no matter what the audience. I've seen her like at the J Spot.
Yep.
And I saw her at the Laugh Factory.
Yep.
I saw her with a bunch of middle-aged white women.
Yep.
And executives. Killing.
Dude, she's the funniest. I'm telling you, man, she is so good. And, for me, a guy that's been accused of being misogynistic a time or two, I'm telling you right now, Cheryl Underwood is probably one of the funniest people I've ever seen. She's just hilarious. And she always has a joke.
Right.
And so, so watching her and learning from her, I didn't realize how much I was learning until I started doing my own shows after her. And I realized I was taking some of that boom, 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 boom. The bar was raised.
Right.
Because before I was cool with a little grounder, little bass hit, but I'm like, okay. Then I was like, nah, I just got to go to the outfield. But Cheryl, when the ball hits the bat and it's like, wah, and so I was like, okay, nah. Right. I got to raise my level of, I needed to hit the bat like that.
Yeah.
Like, woo. That what's the dude from the Yankees, the big tall dude?
Judge.
Yeah. When he gets a hold of it.
Yeah, as soon as
like, ooh.
I don't even have to see it.
Just trot it out, dog.
Yeah.
Like, oh. So anyway, that's what I wanted to do. So yes, Cheryl definitely not only taught me how to murder, she taught me how to kill and get comfortable with my own people. And I was in Houston last week at the Joke Joint, and the black folks showed up because they didn't know who I was, but they saw, brother. That's a beautiful thing about black people. They will show up just because they want to support.
Right.
And if it wasn't for Cheryl, I might have been nervous with that many black folks in the crowd.
Right.
But because of that muscle that I gained, it helped me to be comfortable with the black crowd.
If we know about it, we'll come out and support.
Yeah.
If we hear about it, well, okay, let me come.
Yeah.
Let me come check you out.
Let's see what you're doing.
I had a homeboy that he'll watch stuff that I know he doesn't watch.
Hilarious.
Like that genre.
Yeah.
But he'll watch it because it's got black people on there.
That's old school, man.
Yeah.
My dad used to always tell me, man, they used to, if there was a black person on TV, they would say, oh, there's a colored person on TV tonight. We got to watch. And they would watch just to support. That's being black.
Oh, yeah. I used to watch 227.
Yeah. I didn't realize how that show wasn't as amazing until I saw it recently.
I used to watch 227 because it was black people.
Show. No, I used to love that show. Then I watched it 2 weeks ago, and I was like, ooh.
Yeah. I'm like 12.
Yeah.
There's no reason for me, a 12-year-old boy, to be watching 227.
No.
A story centered around like a 50, 60-year-old black woman.
Yeah.
And her friends.
227 is the place to be with Marla Gibbs and family.
Yeah,
what
exactly.
you know about it?
As the first TV spot.
Yeah.
And I will watch it because there were black people on there.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying it was bad. It's just that that show was not for me.
No.
But I would watch it.
Yeah. It wasn't. You were not the target demographic.
Of course not.
But you watched it. I remember thinking, man, Calvin's waves. He had them Ralph Tresvant waves.
Dude, I remember we were in middle school and high school. Like, you had Spike Lee, right? Spike Lee was pretty much, the only, Eddie Murphy would be in the movie. Richard Pryor would be in the movie, but they'd be like the only black people in the movie.
Yeah.
Right. But I remember my parents took us to go see School Days.
Yeah.
It's like 88 or something like that. I'm 13 years old.
Was there titties in School Days?
Possibly, but it was.
Yeah.
If it's not, it's everything but.
Yeah.
Like, what I'm saying, they getting it on.
Oh yeah.
It's a hard R movie.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But
yeah, and if I'm 13, my sister's 11. Matter of fact, I might have been 12, and my sister's 10 or 11.
Yeah.
And my parents take us to go see it because it's the only black thing out.
Let's go see it.
Let's go see it. You know, I've seen a bunch of movies I probably should not have seen.
Yeah, I watched Trading Places in the theater.
Yeah, because it was black people.
Yeah, I went to a drive-in.
Right.
And there was titties, and I was like, whoa,
yeah.
what is that?
See, Eddie Murphy, they didn't fall for it because they kind of knew he's the only black person. This is a white movie with a black dude in it.
Yeah.
You know,
Trading Places had a lot of black people in it.
They didn't get that much shine.
They
though.
didn't.
Yeah.
You're right. I just tried to say they didn't. Hey, what's up, everybody? My first comedy album is about to drop. It's called Be a Man at All Times. It's hilarious. I recorded it at the Houston Improv. You're going to love it. Look for that coming soon on iTunes. All right, guys. Now it's time for the lesson of the day. I don't mind a dude. I just want dudes to be honest with who they are. I don't like it when dudes lie to women. I don't mind if you lie because you have to. But in the beginning, I feel like you should tell your woman who you are. After I got caught cheating on my wife, I said I will never go into another relationship acting like I'm that dude. They will know who they have.
Well, I won't go that far.
That's hilarious.
I won't. I'll say this. What I won't do, I won't be fake.
Well, you will, though, because you said you won't go that far.
Well, here's the thing about it. I won't be the sappy guy.
No, that's weak. Yeah, that's weak.
So I'm not going to go up there and say, you know, you are my earth and you are the reason why I breathe.
Yeah.
They'll never hear that from me.
Yeah, but you're not giving absolute full disclosure because why not?
I'm not that smooth.
Hilarious.
You know, my honesty will get me kicked out the house.
But for me, I think it's best to be honest up front while the stakes are low. You tell them who you are up front. They're not going to listen anyway. They're still going to, I was in a situation one time where I told the woman that I wasn't monogamous. I didn't want to be in a monogamous relationship. And then one day I called her my girl. She was like, well, doesn't that mean you want to be monogamous now? And we had a big fight about it. And I was like, I can't believe that it didn't work when I told you the first time. It's like, I just wanted to do a disclaimer and then be free. But she was like, nah, you started treating me like.
Well, they don't believe that. That's another thing, too. So I think it's not just being honest in the beginning. You have to keep reminding
and I don't want to do that.
The rules or like the disclaimer.
Because that's just going to ruin the day.
You got to keep seeing the disclaimer.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
You know, like a TV show.
Yeah.
TV show, when it comes back for commercial, it'll let you still know it's TV 14.
True.
You might see some coming back from a commercial.
Yeah.
We showed the shit before the show came on.
Yeah, hey, y'all knew.
But what they do, they don't say, hey, we put it at the beginning, so you should remember. No, every commercial break, they keep telling you.
You're right.
You might see some nudity or some violence or some language, just in case you didn't catch the beginning.
I want this podcast to feel like a variety show with great conversation, sketches, and even some stand-up. And I'm very happy to announce that we have secured our very first booking to do stand-up on our show. This guy's one of my favorites. He's hilarious. And best of all, his comedy has some bite to it. It's not that soft ass, these soft ass suckers that can't win in love. It's not that guy. I don't mind if you can't win in love, but you don't have to be man, I'll say you girls are so smart. Guys are so dumb. This dude is not doing that. He's keeping it hard. He's keeping it real. He's hilarious. He is Ian Edwards, and he is coming soon to the MRA podcast, giving us some stand-up comedy. I cannot wait to bring that to you. Keep listening to the MRA podcast with Kyle and Kamal.
Yo, man, you know I'm a big fan of like 90s movies, right? 80s and 90s movies, I think greatest movies of all time.
Yeah, of course.
You know, one of my favorite movies was Candyman.
Okay.
You remember that?
Of course.
Guy with the hook and the
black scary dude.
The black scary dude from the 90s.
With the voice. Yeah.
With the voice. Right. Well, since he made those two movies, I keep track of the guy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Turns out, man, dude got married.
Really?
Had a family. Yes. Got married, had a family. But because of his work, marriage ain't working out so well. So his wife, good woman, his wife, she suggested they go to marriage counseling.
Oh,
Right,
okay.
right. So
Have you done that before?
Yeah,
Of course.
Yeah, of course, man.
Yeah.
It's a staple.
Yeah.
In every relationship. I highly recommend it.
Yeah.
And so Candyman, smart guy that he is, he decided, he's gonna take his wife up on this offer. So he decides he agrees. He's gonna go to marriage counseling. And dude, we got the audio from it.
Really?
Yeah, we got the audio from it.
We have the audio from Candyman's marriage counseling.
We have the audio, man.
Oh my
it's
gosh.
really, really interesting, man. So fans of Candyman, you guys are in for a treat. This is Candyman Goes to Marriage Counseling.
Candyman and Evelyn, pleased to meet you. I'm Dr. Sinclair.
Pleased to meet you too, Doctor.
Don't try to shake my hook, Doctor.
Oh, okay. Well, I was just going over your questionnaire, and it seems it was your idea to come in here today, Evelyn.
Yeah, that's right, Dr. Sinclair.
And it says here that you believe that Candyman is inconsiderate. How so?
Well, let's see. For starters, he knows I'm allergic to bee stings, and yet he lets his bees run loose all over our house.
My bees are trained.
Oh, really? Hakeem? Even Hakeem is trained?
Hakeem is trained. He just doesn't like you. I can't do anything about that.
You could keep them bees in your mouth.
Fine. I'll keep the bees in my mouth, even though the bees were with me before we met. But I'll keep them cooped up in my mouth. You could put something in your mouth from time to time.
What? No, you did not. See, you don't even want to go there, Mr. I'm too tired and my back hurts.
I'm over 150 years old, Doc. I was a slave. I shucked and jived. I can't be expected to perform like I used to. Even LeBron has off nights.
I see. Evelyn, what does your family think about it?
My family? Oh, Doctor, he killed my parents.
They knew the rules.
It was a birthday party for him. My parents were doing karaoke and they sang Sammy Davis Jr.'s Candyman as a tribute.
They said my name 21 times, Evelyn. 21 times. What was I supposed to do? My friends were there.
Okay. I'd like to try something here. Candyman, without thinking, tell me 10 things you love about Evelyn.
Okay, 10 things. Let me see. I love.
You see?
Candyman.
You hear that?
Candyman.
That's the job calling.
You don't have to go now.
Yes, I do. Y'all going without me. I'll be right back.
And that's why we're here. It's like I'm the only one in this relationship.
I'm back. All right. Oh, I'm sorry. Am I getting blood all over your carpet?
Yes, you are.
Oh, my bad. Anyway, this big nigga tried to run and hide under a bed, and I was like, get your big ass out here. You can't hide under a bed.
See what I'm talking about? Every time we have a serious talk, you run away.
I'm a demonic monster. That's what I do. When they say my name 5 times, I gotta go. That's the deal.
I know the deal, but you could wait at least until we finish talking to Dr. Sinclair. Last week, Doctor, we were at our son's parent conference. He left right when the teacher was talking about our son's Asperger's.
Evelyn, what do you want me to do?
Wait! Why can't you wait 5 minutes? Doc, why can't he wait 5 minutes?
I'd like to wait 5 minutes. I'd like to be able to finish Sunday dinner or get to finally see the end of Medea's Halloween movie. But I can't. I'm on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And as a black man...
Oh, God, here we go. No. Here we go again with that racial shit.
That's right. As the only black demonic monster, I don't have the luxury of being late to a killing. Freddy Krueger can show up late, but he's white. He maybe have a burnt face, but he's white under that burnt skin. Leprechaun too, but I show up late, and there will never be another black demonic monster after me.
Look at Jackie Robinson over there. You act like Blackula doesn't even exist.
Blackula? That old Uncle Tom ass nigga tap dancing for the devil. Yes, sir, boss. I's be a good little monster and suck blood good for you, boss. What kind of self-respecting black man sucks blood?
See, Dr. Sinclair? He thinks the world revolves around him. He doesn't even take my needs into consideration.
She is right, Candyman. You have a God complex. And I'm also sensing some anger issues.
Anger issues? Just say my name 2 more times, and I'll show you some anger issues.
There you go again, threatening people. Just calm down.
That's it. I'm done. I'm taking my bees, and I'm moving in with the Bride of Frankenstein.
I knew you were saying that, bitch. I'm sorry if I'm not evil enough for you. What can I do? I'm not a monster.
Would you like to say something to her, sir?
Look, I'm not seeing the Bride of Frankenstein. I was just talking. I'm stupid. You know I love you, right? Even if I don't show it all the time, I do.
You serious? You're not just saying that.
Of course I'm serious. Now let's go home. My back is feeling much better.
Oh my God, come here.
Thank you, doctor. You were worth every penny.
You guys did all the work.
Then can I get my check back?
That's funny.
Wait, no, I'm allergic to bees. No, I can't have bees around me. And they'll sting
I've got more room now that my mouth is empty.
Ooh, yes.
You see where I'm going with that?
I do. You so nasty. Come on, let's get home.
Bees in a trap.
Wow.
Dude, the screaming though.
Right, yeah, man. That Candyman, dude, he's a dedicated husband, dude. He's dedicated, man.
He is. He's a good guy, man.
He's a good guy, man.
He owned his mistakes. Fellas, you got to own your mistakes.
He owns his mistakes.
Yeah.
He realized he went too far, pissed his lady off.
Yeah.
And, you know, he realized, man, I made a mistake. He apologized.
Yeah.
And
He owned it, man.
yeah.
Fellas, you got to own your shit, man.
Right.
You got to own your shit.
Yeah.
You know.
And when you're wrong, be man enough to apologize.
There you go.
And, you know, if we can learn anything from Candyman, apologize when you know you're wrong. He presented his argument. He was strong.
Yeah.
He had a good case.
Yeah.
You know, his job was affecting the relationship.
It was, man.
And he
It happens to all of us.
Yeah. And one thing I'm happy about Candyman is
What?
he did not quit his job.
Yeah. I wonder this is what I wondered at the end. I wondered if he got a page at the end. I wonder if he would have delayed that page. Or do you think he would have
I don't know.
went right away?
Hey, you know what? You know, that's my boy.
Yeah.
I'll check in with him.
Find out.
Yeah, I'll check in with Candyman and I'll let you know, man.
I'm very curious.
Okay.
All right. Listen, this was our pilot episode. I really hope you liked it. Give us 5 stars. We need it. We're trying to grow this thing. Tell a friend. Leave a positive comment. And what do you guys say to them, Kamal?
Man, just keep coming back, man. We'll be here.
Yeah, we'll be here. Oh, and also you can we're on Instagram at MRA Podcast. Right. We're on Twitter at MRA Podcast. Where can they find you, Kamal?
On Twitter, Angry Kamal, at Angry Kamal, Kamal.
You can go to my website, www.kyleirby.com. Mailrightsactivist.com is hot. If you remember, we did this in the TV show version. Dear Irby, if you have a Dear Irby question, because we will be answering, like a Dear Abby question, like Dear Irby, hit us up. Dear Irby at mailrightsactivist.com. That is Dear Irby at mailrightsactivist.com. Now, one of my favorite podcasts, Kamal, is Mark Maron's podcast.
Yeah.
By the way, what are your favorite podcasts? What do you listen to?
I like the Drink Champs.
Who's that?
Drink Champs. It is.
It's not the Champs.
No, Drink Champs.
Okay, because I love the Champs.
Noriega.
Okay, the rapper.
The rapper and DJ EFN.
And this is when they get drunk?
They get drunk as hell.
Hilarious.
And they interview like legendary rappers, old school rappers.
Okay.
You know, so it's like my favorite rappers, Kid and Play, LL Cool J, you know, and all these guys, and they're talking to Noriega now. They get too drunk to finish the.
That's hilarious.
But you know, it's pretty good.
So I used to love the Champs.
Yeah.
You know, get up off Twitter. I used to love the Champs. Barry Katz is my favorite podcast, even though I won the contest and I was supposed to go in and visit him, and the motherfucker stood me up, man. Sent me the email and then just didn't. Whatever, man. I'm putting you on blast, Barry. I was supposed to be able to go listen to the Eric Griffin episode, and whatever. I ain't tripping. I'd rather be there as a guest anyway, not as the dude in the back. But that's where I was supposed to go. I was bad, but he's still my favorite podcast.
Okay.
I like Mark Maron's. I did do Mark Maron's TV show, but I've never done the podcast yet. I got to get my game right. And so one thing Mark does at the end, he plays guitar. And I'm learning the piano right now. I'm literally on a self-taught.
Okay.
I know. So I'm going to play some piano, man. I'm going to show y'all. I'm hoping we do this by the time this episode, we get to episode 200. I'm hoping that I'm just I'm hoping I can play I Don't Want to Be a Player No More by Fat Joe.
Motherfuckers will give us to 199 before they do.
Hilarious. But no, at the end he always plays like a little riff on the guitar and then he says Boomer lives, right? I'm gonna play a little. I'm just gonna give them a little bit of my piano game.
And they're gonna watch you grow.
They're gonna watch me grow. But before I go, I want to say, ladies, I love you, and fellas, be a man at all times. All right, let's do this. I gotta warm it up. I'm gonna try Jingle Bells because that's what I'm working on. Here we go. That's the hard part. There you go.
MRA.